wanted to do a more in-depth video that answers the question, why, when you stop using the packet, do you experience boredom? Why does everything you feel like you're doing feel like boring? And I'll explain to you. Because initially, when you first start using the packet, you got pleasure from other things. Other things release dopamine. Going out for a meal, going to the cinema, seeing your friends, watching a movie. All of these things used to release lots of dopamine for you. And then you began to get into the packet. And the packet became your sole pipeline to dopamine. You see, whenever you use the packet, you would get dopamine at an unbelievable level. It's a pipeline directly to dopamine. It makes you feel good. You feel so good. And your brain goes, whoa, and your body goes, whoa. And your metabolism goes, what is this thing? And this thing, the packet, releases so much dopamine at such a fast speed. And your body and your brain goes, whoa. Whenever this pipeline is connected and I get dopamine at a super speed and it feels so fucking good, I'm going to turn down that natural production of dopamine. All those other things that you used to do, that you used to get pleasure from, going to the cinema, going out to eat, meeting people, all of those things you used to get dopamine from, I'm going to turn that right down. So your brain and your body turns down the dopamine production, and all of those other things that you used to get pleasure from, all of those other things that used to give you dopamine have dissipated. Now your pipeline to dopamine is the packet. And who doesn't want to feel good? You want to feel good. Everything else doesn't feel as good anymore because it's not releasing dopamine. So what do? You plug into the pipeline more frequently, twice a week, thrice a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week. And all those other things release less and less and less dopamine. So you get no enjoyment from them. And now you stop using. But your body takes time to readjust. And so many people have been asking me questions. Elle, how long does it take for your body to readjust? Well, for a person, let's say a person who's been using twice a week for a period of, let's say, 5 to 10 years, on average, and of course it's very dependent on each individual person, but I'm going to give you some statistics based on Oxford University research on addiction. And this was 10 to 14 months. 10 to 14 months for the person who's using twice a week on average, using around about 2 to 3 grams each time, 10 to 14 months. So you can see that you're going to get your dopamine production and elevation back. Just give it time. Remember, the packet robs you of natural dopamine to only get dopamine when you use the packet. What's that about?